Welcome back to RV Capital Talk. I'm here with Sherm Goldenberg. I'm Dave Dufour at RVNN.TV. This last week was earlier this week was the Hall of Fame class of 2011 induction, and this is a really kind of an important night for the industry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the touch points, you might call it, of the industry each year, where a lot of major players come together for 3.5 hours, have a glass of wine, and really don't talk business so much as they're coming to, recognize individuals who have, kind of left it on the floor, so to speak, in doing in their careers in the industry.
That's right. Yeah. So we're looking at some of the footage of the festivities here, and it's pretty standard kind of an awards banquet, but it's very important to the folks there, and it's a great way to just kind of recognize that we've come another year. The RV Hall of Fame, of course, has come another year, and that has been not always a sure thing.
It's not a sure thing today. And the board met on Monday prior to the induction reception and dinner.
Right.
And, have spoken in somewhat oblique terms about a new game plan, having gained more clarity, and so, having said that, they are facing some headwinds still in terms of debt and financial viability. I don't think that if you would poll 100 people in the industry, you would find more than 2 guys or 3 guys who didn't care about this place. Everybody wants it to continue, and whether it does or it doesn't has a lot more to do than with just care. It's got to have to do with bucks.
That's right. And caring doesn't quite make it. It's an important historical resource for the industry, and also really it's a historical it's a niche historical kind of an attraction, and a good part of Elkhart's tourism potentially. So I think a lot of people want to see it succeed. We attended the festivities and kind of enjoyed a lot of that social gathering, but we did manage to, before he was inducted, got a quick interview with Mike Schneider, your old colleague at young colleague, past colleague of sorts. And so let's take a look at that. Well, I'm talking with Mike Schneider, who is an upcoming, in moments almost, inductee for the RVMH Hall of Fame, and you're a longtime publisher and active in media in the RV industry. So how does it feel to be an inductee?
It's very humbling, to tell you the truth. I've been in this industry since 1977, seen a lot of things, a lot of changes. Been very active, of course, in helping grow the Good Sam Club and all the media publications and some of our shows and many, many other things. But this is truly a humbling experience to be around the roster of people that are on the walls around here is just awesome.
Mike Schneider has left Affinity Group, or Trailer Life Publications, etc. I guess it was Affinity Group most recently, and but it's hard to imagine him staying out of media for very long, isn't it?
Affinity Group, which no longer exists in name, it's been renamed. It's been renamed Good Sam Enterprises LLC.
Oh, okay, right.
All right. So, but the company he headed up, which previously had been called TL Enterprises, was a powerhouse.
Sure.
And included publications, but really, the majority of its revenues were not even in publishing; they were in other ventures. Having said that, I think it's widely assumed that Mike is going to resurface in the industry, and he tells me, and he fairly, credibly, that he's enjoying the break, and he has counseled others around him to take time to smell the roses, and I think that's what he's doing.
Okay. One of the awards given out before we get to the inductees, of course, is there's a kind of a thanks for all you do kind of award. Is kind of what I kind of took it to mean, is the RVMH Hall of Fame Spirit Award, and that went to Jerry Pickrell, who is a longtime industry figure. And let's take a look at the interview we had with Jerry.
Hi, I'm Dave Dufour with RVNN TV, and I'm here with Jerry Pickrell, who at the RVMH Hall of Fame, and you just received the Hall of Fame's Spirit Award. Am I correct?
That's correct.
And what does that mean exactly?
Well, I think when they first presented it 3 or 4 years ago, it was based on contributions to the Hall of Fame and the museum and everything, and obviously they must have felt I've contributed a lot as a volunteer in
Right.
organizing and things like that. I served on the board of directors for about 9 years as a treasurer, and then after I retired, I got away with it, and then they recycled me when we started to get involved in building the museum here. And so I ended up helping move all the units out here, and just about everything that had to be done, they turned to me to get it done. So,
Well, you know, it's like a lot of volunteer organizations.
Yeah.
Sometimes the volunteers are just enjoying the work and they don't realize the contribution they're making.
that is true.
Yeah,
And
yeah, because it's kind of fun, right?
oh yeah, absolutely fun.
Obviously, you've got some passion for this organization and for the hall. Tell me about your passion for it. Why do you think this is important?
Well, my passion for it is years ago I was told that if the industry's been good to you, you have to give something back. And that's sort of how I got started. And then our company was bought out in the early 80s, and the gentleman that bought it out decided that I was going to represent the company in all the association activities. Little did I realize then that it was going to result in me being involved in the national associations and ultimately into the Hall of Fame. And so, yeah, I never went without a paycheck. Worked 49 years in the industry, and so obviously I have a passion for it.
Was it Coleman Pickrell? Was that your company at one time?
Coleman Pickrell, Bob was my cousin.
Oh, okay, all right.
He was in the aftermarket portion of the business.
That's right. And but you've been in the industry in that capacity, and some others as well.
Well, just as an OEM supplier, spent all my life in this industry here. So on the OEM side, not the aftermarket side.
Well, you know, on behalf of RVNN TV, thanks for your assistance and service to the organization, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it anyway.
Well, thank you.
All right.
And I can't close without saying I've had a lot of fun with Sherm over the years.
Okay.
I got him on this board of directors with us a few years ago because I need somebody to help promote it. And what a job he done.
There you go. All right.
He's a special guy.
Yes, he is. Well, thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kind of a surprise recipient of the same award, sort of I don't know, an award clone or something like that. And he was truly taken aback, was B.J. Thompson. B.J. has been a marketing and advertising consultant for a long time in the industry, and has done a lot with RVIA and with the Hall of Fame itself. And so apparently they saw fit to give him essentially I don't want to say a duplicate award, but an additional Spirit Award, kind of as a surprise. I thought he was truly moved by it.
He was moved. You could tell. And the fact of the matter is you know, everybody has a passion for something. And BJ's is for this RVMH Heritage Foundation Hall of Fame. And he really treasures it, values it, and wants it to continue. So therefore, he has put his self on the line and worked arduously, along with maintaining his PR and advertising business, to help stabilize this facility. And you know, yes, it was a surprise, but it shouldn't be. For all those who know what was going on behind the scenes.
That's right. Okay. Well, we're going to come back in just a minute and take a look at some of the inductees to the Hall of Fame and have a few comments about that. So stay with us here on RV Capital Talk. Today's show is brought to you by Angie's List, where you'll find thousands of unbiased reports and reviews about service companies in your area. Whether you're looking for a roofer, plumber, house cleaner, dentist, or even a doctor, Angie's List members share their experiences with each other so that you can choose the service company that's right for your job. Companies can't pay to be on Angie's List, and the reviews come from people just like you who have had experience with the companies mentioned. To find out more, go to rvnn.tv and click on the Angie's List ad.